Hello everyone. Today we will going to see how to create a user and how do we work on our offerings, and while creating the user we will going to see how to give the role and what kind of role should be given. With this we will also going to see how to create a chart of account. So let's start with how to create a user. First, I will going to tell you this is known as the home page. This page, from this page, you can see here as a navigator. From the navigator, you just click on navigator. Go to this tool option. In the tool option, you can see security console. Click on security console. You can find here user. Click on a user. On your right side top corner you can see add user account. Click on the add user account. You will going to see associated person information. So associate person type, if it is an employee you have to give here as a worker for the employee. For first name I will going to select as James. I will going to select last name as Paul. I will use here as a work as a James Paul. Here I will going to use as username. So I will going to use as JP 1982, and I am going to give him a password so that whenever he will going to log in he will going to use the same user and a password to log in. I will going to say here as save and close. Now I will going to tell you that we have given James. So first we are going to write down the information about what we did. So I will going to take a word. In this word I am going to write down everything, what user we have created and what role we have assigned him for what use. So we have used as a user ID as JP1982 and password So now I can see, so I will going to tell you that this username and the password, how it looks like. I will going to open a new browser. I'm using with whenever you are working on this you should be careful that it should be a either Mozilla or Firefox. Here I am using Opera. So now what I will going to do, I will open this so that I will going to log in with that user. So name of the user is JP1982. Password, I will going to log in. Once I will going to log in over here, I will going to find out that he is having some limited role. See, you can see that he has a limited role. Once you go to the navigator, you will going to find that he don't have that much of access. To give him a access, we will going to create a role for him. What role should be assigned? Even on this James Paul, you can see in the corner. Once you're going to click on the James Paul, you can see that the setting and actions are also limited to him. So let's start. I will go to the another browser, and here I will going to use as James. Be careful whenever you use as a user account, either to search a user, you can either give him a user ID or you can search him by name. I click on it. I'm going to use only a James. You can see here as a James, lot of people are here with a James name, James. So what we have used James Paul. So here we have James Paul JP1982. So I'm going to select this, and to create a role, to give him a particular role, I will going to use add and add role. To add a role, first I will going to use here as IT security. IT security is important so that he can have a role of security console. So I'm going to use him IT security. In IT security manager, you can see here that ORA finance FND find IT security manager. So I'm going to click on it, and in this ORA I'm going to click here and I'm going to add a role. This role is added. I'm going to say done, save and close. So now I will go to the another browser. I will see that he is not getting that much of role. You cannot see here as a security console role. So now I'm going to refresh again. Then also you won't be able to find anything. Why? Because he is already logged in. So what we will going to do, we will going to log out, and again we will going to log in with the same username that we have created. So I will going to log in with jpaul1982 and I will going to use him. I will going to give him a password what we have created. Can you see the security console role, report and analytics? So these roles have come because of IT security manager. If you're going to click over here, you will going to see that he is having setting and action are limited to him. And if you are clicking on this, you can see some roles are added, a tool roles are added. To get this tool role into a particular folder, this on a black, whatever it is written as a cell, me, my client group, advanced control manager, management, student center, all these are the folders, and whatever the folders we have, inside that folder we have a particular link. For example, if I'm going to work as a schedule security console, we are going to tell you what is a schedule process once we're going to create everything. See, it is directly opening this as a gems ball. So now I'm going to log out from here. Log out. Confirm. And I will going to close this window. Now what I will going to do, I will log out this one also as happy hours, and I'm going to log in with gems ball. So now I'm going to use as JP. I'm going to use as password. After using this password, I can give a role to Gems, or Gems can give himself a role. He will going to click on direct a link. He can go to security console. He can use as a user. He will going to add a role for him. So JP1982, and then he'll going to search for himself. See. Now we're going to click. And after that, you can see IT security manager role is already given to him, so we can add role. To add the role, we have to use added, and then we have to use add role. In the add role, I will going to use as application implementation consultant. See, application implementation consultant, ORA. Be careful, you have to use ORA. So application implementation consultant, I'm going to click on this. I will going to say add a member. I will going to use OK, and then I'm going to click on done. Save and close. Then I'm going to again use done. From this two rule, we can find that the James will going to have lot of function in setting and action. Can you see this? Setting and action. So here we can give the role to James. As soon as he will going to have the role, he is able to work on everything, the work that we have. So now what we will going to do, we will going to add some more roles, just like employee and line manager. Obviously he is the employee, he is a line manager. Line managers are also given to the supervisor, whom the rest of the people are reporting. To go through implementation, we have to go for the implementation, and for that implementation it is very necessary for us to create the implementation. For that we are going to use as the application implementation administrator, ORA. You can see here as a ORA. Just have to click OK, then done. Again I will going to use here as implementation manager. We have to go for them, so we have to go for application implementation manager, ORA. These functions are very important. Because of this function we are able to go for the offerings, and also we can make the implementation project. So this is done. I'm going to save and close, and then again done. Now I go to home page. Once I reach to the home page, you can see that maximum folder has increased. So now we have a tool. In this tool you can go to setup and maintenance also. Once I'll go to click on this tool, we have a lot of things. We can see here a lot of things. Can we see setup and maintenance over here? No. Once we're going to make once we'll go to navigate and once we're going to assign a role from the beginning, at that time we're going to come to know how setup and maintenance role comes to us in the tool folder. So here I can see in the tools I won't be able to see, but I can see it is completely different. Setup and maintenance is somewhere different. It should be in the tools, because in 2011 I think so there was a function which comes in the under these tools. Now we are going for the offerings. So what we did, we have make a user. Now after the user we have assigned role. What roles we have assigned? IT security manager, then we have assigned a role as second role we have assigned as application implementation consultant. Third role we have assigned as application implementation administration. Fourth rule we have given manager. So this rule we give to gems. Now we will go to offering. Offerings to finance. So you can see here as a setup compensation management, you just click on here, you have a finance in a drop down. Can you see this? So drop down icon, you can see a finance. You just click on finance. Once you're going to click on finance, you can see general ledger. Click on a general ledger, or even though you can use as an instance user also. So once you can go for the instance user, so we can have run user as a role synchronized process. Why we have used this? Just click on this. Why we want this? Because this process will be required for the submission to position 22. That is the LDAP when we will going to run this. So I will going to say here as notice me when this process end. No, we don't want to use this. We don't want to give him a notice once this process get it. So now I'm going to go to the action. I'll go to offering, because I want to make the offering to the finance. See, in this finance, it is already given in the finance because we have selected setup as a finance. Now in the finance, you can see here as a financial, there is a configuration. How you manage financial flow, including asset, ledger, cash, cycle, invoice and payment, etc. that we can go for the setup, even for the text configuration. status should be always enabled. So we'll go to the OPT in features. In these features, you will going to see that in this finance, you're going to see all the checkbox are enabled. And even though you can see a features as a pencil mark, it means that there are some more functions in the ledger which will going to tell us that all these functions are enabled, that we will be using this. So here we have this pencil. Even though you can see here as a pencil, that is subledger accounting rule. Even this you can see. Save and close. Are you going to use this method? That is subledger accounting method. So I am going to use here as a done. It means we have done the offering also. Then again I will going to use here as done. And after that we have used a finance, we will go for a procurement. In the setup we go for a procurement too. So we're going to search here for a procurement. See. For finance we are always using the procurement. I will go to action, go to offering, and I will going to see the config. See, you can see here as a procurement. Configure everything you need to manage the procurement process, including requisition, purchase order, and a supplier negotiation. So status should be enable OPT options in features. Click on it and you can see that every procurement options are enabled. Just click on done and then done. After using this, you can click on a gems. You can see a drop down over here. You can just click on a gems. From setting and action, you click on setup and maintenance. In this setup and maintenance, you can see here a task. On this task you have to click and you have to click on manage implementation project. So now what we did, we have gone to finance and procurement. Next step, we have to go to setup and maintenance. From task, go to manage implementation project. Projects, and then you have to use the add button. Add button. So here in this implementation project, we will going to create the implementation project. Why we are using this? Because every company is having a different project. They have a financial project, they have some HR is different. So in such case we have to create the implementation project. It is only for the financial use. So what I will going to do, I will going to start with the implementation project, and I will going to give a name implementation as anything. One Can anybody please suggest me a name in a chat window? Okay. Olfin. Fine. That's good. Once I will going to use this name, see, you can see that the code description automatically get changed. So this role are assigned to JP1982. So we can say that the start date of this project, we can change this date, so we don't have any issue. For example, if I'm going to take as January 1st, on 1st January 2015 we have this project, then I'm going to use here as a next. Once I'm going to click here as a next, I can see that we have the configuration of finance. I'm going to click on it. In this finance, whatever I will going to have, I'm going to click on everything, even on the expenses. I'm going to complete this process. So now this is done for the finance. Now I will going to use here as a save and open project. Today the system is little slow, so kindly bear with me. So now I am with the implementation project name as 0011 all finance. In this we can see a web. In this web you can see a manage column somewhere. Columns, you can see a manage column. So whatever it is, enable web report, notes, and all these things below notes, those who are enabled are enabled. So now from here we will go to finance. So now we are going to work with how to work with the chart of account. We have to manage everything. So from here I will going to use here as manage chart of account. Once I come to the manage chart of account, I will going to see here that everything is related with the finance. If I am going to select a same process with procurement, a procurement will also display. So now I will go to manage chart of account value set, because we have to create a company. It means legal entity. For one company we have lot of things, lot of projects are going on. So from here I'm going to click on it, then I will click on create to create a chart of account. From here I will going to use 0011A as, so we have 0011 all. You can take anything, you can create anything, you can give a word anything, all. I can give here as legal entities. Same I'm going to work here with a description, and in the model we have to select a general ledger. We are selecting general ledger because whenever we make the entry it should be come under this model. Validation type should be independent. Validation data type should be a character, and we know that the legal entity that we have are always have the minimum length of, we can create as a 3, 4, 5, whatever you need. So I'm going to take as 3 because I know minimum legal entity length maximum should be 3, not more than that. I'm going to say save and close. In the same way I will going to create 0011 as 11 all department, copy paste here general ledger, independent, then character, then text. The length of a department is, I'm taking 5, I can take 4 also, just 4. I will going to use save and close. So I will going to create, now we have created 3 department. I will going to create account also. So here I will going to use accounts, same general ledger, independent, character, text. So we have the length of the account is 5, so I'm going to take 5. Now I'm going to use save and close. We have a project number and a product code also. For this again I'm going to create the same. I'm going to create here as a project number, here I will take a general ledger. So every project number, it depends on a different company how they will going to take the project, what number they should decide to them, and here I am going to take as a number as text, and here the number will be a 5. Save and close. Again I will going to click to add as a product code. Independent, character, having text, and the length, maximum length should be 6. Save and close. In this manage, I have gone through manage chart of account. Then in this manage chart of account, I have go through plus, and then I have created a chart of account as 0011 all as legal entities, then department, then after department account, after account project number, then product code. So here we have completed a chart of account. Now we're going to see here as the as in a GL general ledger. In the model we're going to find that what we did, can we able to see that. So you have to search this. No, you have to use as a general ledger. In general ledger we're going to find out. You have to search. You can see 001 AM ledger. What we have: account, department, legal entities. So in the value of set code I will going to use only 0011 then ALL, and then I'm going to search with the first name. We can find this in a value set code. See, can you see this? So after this I will going to use save and close. After saving and close, I want to create a structure for them. We have created legal entities, we have created account, department, project code and project number. So now we will go for the model. From this model I'm going to click on a model and I'm going to use general ledger. I'm going to search here. So you can see in a search result general ledger. Now I'm going to click on a manage structure. Why we are using this manage structure? For selecting a model as a general ledger, you have to click as a manage structure for creating a chart of account for a new structure. So here I will going to click on manage. This is a chart of structure because this will comes under what you did before. So what I will going to use? I will going to use this create. In this create I can see here as 0011 all. What structure we used? So I will going to use as JM. And 001 JM. Please suggest me of this name. JMCOA. So we're going to take this JMCOA as structure. Similar, we're going to use here as a name, same what we have started with. Description should be also same, and here delimiter should be a minus sign. Save. Once you're going to save, the segment will automatically get activated. You can see here the segment is got activated. Click on a segment. In the segment, a segment code. What we use the segment code for company 0011, then all, then legal entities. See, once you are using this legal entities means that you are working with all those legal entities. For example, we have a technology, we have recruiters and all those stuff that is considered as to be a legal entity. So I'm going to copy this. Don't write anything in API because it will automatically going to take the letter. See, it has taken a letter. Control V. Even the name I'm going to use has same. Sequence wise it should be a first. Promote here as, you can use here as only a general ledger, or you can use all. After creating this, you have to give him as a primary balance segment. You have to select a label for this as a primary balance segment. Short name, again you short prompt you have to use here the same what you have used a prompt, so you can remember it easily. What width we gave 3, and here confirmation should be segment 1, and define the value set code. So 001 something we have given already, so this is 001 here as a legal entity. So now I'm going to use save and close. Another I will going to use here as create another one. What I'm going to use here as 0011 all department, copy, control V, and sequence I want it should be on a second number. Display width, what width we took a 4. What segment we have to use, second, and 001 what we have the all department. If something will going to be get wrong, it will going to show a red mark. For example, if I'm going to use this as DP, I'm going to search. If it is available, it will not going to show. See, you can see here that there is a DP. I'm going to use here as a department, and here I will going to use as a cost center segment, because department is always considered to the cost, what cost we are bearing with. Same, in the same way we will going to use account, copy, control V. Here we have taken as the account number should be, I think, 5. Promote Control V. Again, width 5. Sorry, for the sequence number we have to take a 3, or it should be on a third piece. Segment wise it should be in the third, and here we're going to use as 001 all accounts, and in this account we're going to take a natural account. You can say natural account segment. We can take a natural account segment. Save and close. Again I will going to use the same things with the, you can see here after completing the project number I will going to give him as a manage segment. It depends, whatever you want to give you have to give it in a proper way. Again save. Again on this I'm going to create ad. Here you can see as a segment I have also given a product code. So I have given the product code. In the product code you are going to find out the product segment. I'm going to give a product segment. I will going to give, so save and close. So now you can see here all the phallic structure, key phallic structure is created. After using this we have created a project code, value set, value structure. After this, after creating this we have a manage chart of account value set structure. In this value set structure you have to create, once you're going to create, you have to create. You have to click on a create, then you will get create key value structure, then again plus, and then you have to create all the structure. After creating this, when we have clicked on a manage value set value structure, we have gone through manage, right? We have gone through manage structure. And then after clicking on this we have to go with a search rule. In search result we have to create it, and then we have to save. Once save, again you have to use plus sign and follow the remaining structure. One more thing I just want to tell you, you should see that it should be that delimiter. After delimiter you can see the checkbox that should be enabled. So now I'm going to use save and close. After using save and close, after using as a save, again I will going to see as 0011 like all. I want to search with this name. I don't know what happened to my system, somewhere it is getting hang. I don't know why, but anyway I'm going to search on this. It is JM, right? JM COA. So we have the manage key Felix structure. So we can see here that our structure is created. After doing this, I will going to use done. This show that the 0011 JM COA shows that our managed structure is created. Now we're going to use as done. Then again I'm going to use here as done. After this, I can use manage structure account, manage chart of account structure instance from here, or I can directly click on this man chart of account structure instance is here and structure is here. So we have two options. Either we can follow it from here, so you can see as a manage structure instance, I can directly go there, or I can go from there, or I have to log in with the chart of account. I have to go through chart of account. So I'm going to click here, instance. See, after entering the details, as soon as we select the structure name, the segment will display automatically for all that structure. So I will going to use here as a model as GL. Excuse me. GL, I want to search for this. After this, I can see things are getting activated. This are getting activated. Before that it was deactivated. So now I'm going to manage structure instance. I'm going to click on a manage structure instance. From here, structure instance, structure name, I can select a structure name and then I can search. See 001 GEM COA. I want to click on this. Search. Nothing is coming. So now before that I will going to click on this. I have to link this 0011 JM. So what I will going to use 0011, what we have JM JP. What we have, what we were having as COA, what we took as COA. JM COA, so I am going to take here as a 0011 JM COA. Here 0011 JM, again COA. I want to use here as 1. You don't have to give the AP, it will automatically going to take. Again I'm going to give him as a name. Here it should be 1. And now a chart of account, I am going to link this M with this chart of account structure name. So now I have got all of my list what I have created. I will just use save. After saving this, I'm going to click on this and I'm going to add. After adding, you can see a checkbox required. Just click on it and say OK. In this required name, you can see that the required is enable. Same you have to do for everyone. Again, you have to go to the all as department, click on this pencil sign, that is added, required. Do the same thing again into the account, required, then OK. Again, required, OK. The number of segment code you are going to create it for each and every segment code, you have to enable required, and then you have to use OK. Once this is done, you have to use save and close. And then you have to click on done. Now after doing this, I'm going to deploy the flex field. See, we have used a manage structure flex field, we have used manage structure instance flex field. So now we have to deploy this so that the flex field metadata validation should be there. See, I can see one error. So what is that error? I want to click over here, flex field account 1 legal and tree structure. Account A1 ledger. Okay, account A1 AWL should be there. Okay, so I want to click on here, manage structure. Search with this name. COA. I have created everything. I can see a product code. Product code. Product code. Here is product segment. Save. Save and close. Again, I'm going to use it as a save and close. So now we are going to find out that why we are getting this error. We are getting this error because of the account number 3. It is showing us somewhere account. Yes, we are getting this error because the segment label we haven't selected, that is natural account segment. to save and close. Again I'm going to save and close. It is done. Now I'm going to use as a deploy flex field. So now it has started deploying flex field. Be careful, if you get the error then only you have to work on it, and if you are having any of this warning, so warning is a common, so you don't have to go for a warning or something, so don't take it as too much serious as a warning, but if you get the error you have to work on that particular error. So here you will going to find out on the flex field metadata validation. Here if once you're going to click, you will going to find out what error you were having. So we have the 5 warning, so that 5 warning is okay. When this is done to 100, just click on OK. It means that your chart of account is completed.
मतलब मैं सब जड़ वो हो गया कारण सब कारण की जड़.
So now you're going to see that this it is deployed and it has gone to 100. Once you go to 100, you can see the remaining part. You can see the remaining part over here. It is still to be get completed. Once it is going to get complete, you can click on OK. So now in our next topic we will going to see how to create a chart of account value set value, how to add the divisions for the following, that is manage value, how we're going to manage value for the divisions for the managing value. Then we're going to use manage accounting calendar and so on. So in our next topic we will going to see this manage value, set value, calendar, general ledgers that we have created. From that ledgers we are going to create a different account. Click on OK and this is done.